Well, here we are, and we have no idea what's going to happen. We don't know if you guys can hear us at all because we're, of course, having issues with some studio stuff. And I was busy burping and farting, and
blew the mic
my
out.
brother Skyler was picking his nose, and OG, God knows what she was doing. So instead, we just all have to come out here at the same time because we're having some mic issues. So, hello, everybody. What's up, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. A little low on energy, but I'm here and we got this. We got it working, so we figuring stuff out, man. I'm having a good day. How's your day so far?
Oh man, it's you know what? We're above ground. I'm here with my brother, and we're having fun, man. So you know what? Life is good.
Absolutely.
We got OG trying to keep everything in line, so who knows what she's going to do.
Oh, there's Tyler. Hi, Tyler.
She and I don't have.
Did she have a Rolodex?
Yes, I do. Okay. Yes. The last one that people had, they said they weren't going to order anymore.
And it was actually the last. She goes, it was the last one on the shelf. I go, yeah, the cover was covered in dust. Tyler, how you doing, brother?
Tyler, can you hear us? We're having
Tyler.
issues with our
Just make sure can you hear all of us? Just give us a.
How's it going? Yeah,
blink twice, Tyler, if you could hear us.
Thumbs up.
Twice.
I mean,
and you know why? You know it was the last Rolodex on the shelf. It's not because people were buying them and they were sold out. It's because they forgot to get rid of that one.
Exactly.
It was in the box. Like, get this thing out of here. Actually, there's a whole bunch of writing in there, man. We got all these numbers. We don't know who they are. We're just looking for it now. Like, hey, man, we're just calling people.
Is that Bill Clinton's number in there?
We got Slick Willie and everybody.
Oh, baby.
Tyler said he can hear us.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I gotta check on the mics. You know what?
Just
we got what we got, brother. You know what? I was looking at your stuff today, man. You had your schedule is insane, man. Every time I look, you're either dropping another song, you're on another tour, you're in another state, and like within days, man, just boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. And here you were today, you and Kayla. What tell everyone what you guys did. Tell them what you were doing and where you were at.
So we did. So look, today was fun. I went to when I did one of my times I did my prison sentence. I went to San Am and then I went to Columbia River Correctional Institution, and I was released on November 30th, 2018. Since then, been running around, touring, everything like that. We have had an exclusive offer to come in today. It was kind of like the first of its kind at this prison. And it was really cool because me and Kayla got a chance to come in. I spoke to the inmates. So weird calling them inmates. I consider them my peers, right? I feel at home when I'm there. But I got a chance to speak to them. And then we closed the thing out with a live music performance, right? It was really cool to be able to do that. So we got a chance to do it. Everybody loved it. They talked about they've never seen the inmates that hyped up or like, proud or like, they were inspired. It was really cool. We got invited back. They want us to do it bigger this time and try to invite the whole prison to it. At least everybody behaving, because this time it was only like 40, 50 people. But it was really cool. It was for a recovery group called AIP. And what they do is if they participate in treatment, they get out 3 months early, additional off their sentence, and then they go finish the treatment program on the outside. So it was, really awesome because I did something like that on the inside. I did a treatment program, and then on the way out, I finished my treatment. So it was really had to be a trip for me to come in and kind of talk about, I didn't know anybody there, right? And they didn't know me, but to be able to come in and kind of speak like, look, this is what happened. I went through what you guys are going through. This is what I'm doing now. On top of that, I always tell a story. So that was tour stop number 86 on tour, right? And I got a chance to tell a story that I always tell about this conversation I had with myself while I was sitting on my prison bunk. Kind of my revelation in life and why I decided to get sober. That whole conversation went down like 2 dorms away, like 150 steps away from where I was giving that speech.
Wow.
Man,
and so
that'd be intense.
It was really cool. It was really cool. And it was funny because like afterwards, like everybody was like loving it. They're like, let's have you back. Let's do this. Let's try to invite the whole prison this time. Like everybody was jazzed, right? They're like the clients were so receptive. I like they gave us a standing ovation. It was dope. And then on the way out, like we parked around back because parking in the front parking lot was all full. And by the time we came back, I told Kayla to circle around. I want to get a picture right in front. Well, I took a picture and the guards came out because it's a
Oh,
security threat to be taking pictures in front of
Oh
their gates, in
yeah,
front of their prison locks, and like because if that gets posted online, people might be able to scheme like, okay, this is
yeah.
here, study it. So there's
ah,
absolutely supposed to be no pictures taken on the premises. And so I was like, they're like, hey, what are you doing out here taking photos? I was like, oh, I was just inside
I
performing.
used,
I
I
said I
used to
usually
live here.
document it, to try to inspire people, right? Like I'm giving back. This is the Road to Recovery tour, and he's like, you're not supposed to do that. Did you get permission? And I was like, I thought that was inside the gates. I wasn't sure, like it was just on the whole premises. And he's like, yeah, you have to get it cleared. And I
Oh,
said, is there if I keep this photo and reach out. And so on the way home, I made a phone call. I talked to the person I was supposed to talk to. Um, I sent them the photo. They made me crop it.
Mhm.
Um, I had to crop it because I couldn't show too much of the gate.
mm,
You know what I'm
Understandable.
saying? It had to just
Sure.
be like kind of just the sign and kind of just me and the thing
yeah.
instead of like full picture, which
Hmm.
I get it. I get it.
Sure.
Also, it was nice to go through the channel propers and get clearance from higher up because they just invited me back. So I can't be pulling no shifty
Yeah.
stuff like and just posting, right? So I did that. As far as new stuff coming out, this Sunday I am dropping a music video called Blame Myself. I love it. We shot it in Phoenix, Arizona with a very talented artist. His name is NK47. He used to live in Portland, recently moved out to Phoenix. Um, has a pretty big following. But he's a good buddy of mine, and we shot the video out there in a studio, One Take Studios, and it came out pretty good. I'm excited for the world to see it and hear it. So,
That's the one you sent me, right?
yep.
Man,
Oh, yeah.
and no one's seen that yet, right?
Maybe 3 or 4 people.
Man,
All
I
right.
tell you what, that when I opened that up and I saw that, oh, that was incredible. I mean, the music is always insane, but the
Thank you,
video,
man.
the
Mhm,
video,
mhm.
man, was just as intense as the music. You hit it on everything you do, man. You really are. I mean, besides your music and stuff, your videos, you can tell it's not freaking just scripted. Look here, act this way, do this.
Yeah.
You can tell your music comes from the heart, and it shows. Well, you can hear it in your music.
Thank you, man.
And your video, like I said, when I opened it the other day, when you sent it, man, I'm watching it. I saw it a couple times, and I'm not going to give shit away. When is it?
Yeah.
This Sunday?
This Sunday, the
This
24th.
Sunday? Cool. We'll be looking for that, man. And of course,
I'm
we'll be
excited.
talking on our stuff.
I'm excited. I'm excited. And then I'll drop another song 2 weeks later. I already sent it out to distribution. So I'm dropping every 2 weeks, either a song or a music video. Like I got like 7, 8 music videos I haven't dropped yet.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Great.
I'm just working. I'm just working. Today I performed and I felt like my ears weren't the best. I felt like they went back
Mm,
down to like
Oh
60%.
man.
Or maybe I was just in my head panicking because like it wasn't the best equipment because it was like what they had there. I wasn't
yeah.
able to bring
Oh
in my equipment. So it was like what they had there. They had like the one speaker. It's funny because every time I go to jails and prisons to perform, it's usually like one microphone. Every once in a while, let me bring a speaker. But this time they had like one speaker and one microphone. So I'm like rapping, then my verse ends like, ha, hand the mic off to Kayla, ha, get it back, you know? But I had to do it. I had to do it with my hearing, and so
Oh
I was
no.
scared. I was scared and nervous because when I'm projecting my voice like I do with performing, I was rehearsing and warming up. I can't tell my tone. Like I don't
oh
know.
man.
I could hear my voice. The internal sound from my voice leaving my body is so much louder than the external voice coming back that I'm not sure of my tone. And so I'm like rapping. I'm like, is that the same tone as the song? Kayla's like, just trust yourself. And I did, and everybody loved it. She's like, don't worry about that, just do you. And not only that, but I got over my cold, so my nose is congested, got a little throat thing, so I'm just like, all hoarse.
Yeah, that's what makes it real. You know what? Nothing like a little song, a little snot. Nothing better than that, man. It shows that you're real. Yeah.
I had to do what I had to do. It was really cool. I did my little signature. I saw 2 little chairs opened up, and I was performing, and my part comes. Like, you know, you may not have seen me perform, but I like hopping up on shit, right? So I hopped up on the chairs, and I was in the middle of the room and stuff. You know, just rapping in all the inmates' face. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But I was dissecting just like a little maestro up there. I'm just standing on the chairs. It's cool. I like to get into it. That's my thing. I'm very energetic. So that's how I like to perform. Like, you know what I like to be like in people's face, because that's what the lyrics need. Like, you gotta feel it. Like, with a concert, I'm not just gonna stand up there and just be like, like I'm trying to.
No, well, just like I told you, man. You guys are like a 1-2 punch. You're like a 1-2 punch, man. And we got now. I can actually see. Well, actually, I can't, but I can see that there are comments here, but my freaking eyes are jacked up.
Shout out to my boy Chris. Shout out, hey, my buddy Chris. Chris, right? You see him right there? He said, "Facts." Yeah. That's a good buddy of mine. I met him. So we did Soberfest out in Houston, Texas. About 20 different organizations threw it together. It was really cool because me and Kayla co-headlined. But we started, so they had 2 different stages for this festival, right? And the upstage was smaller, and then we were co-headlining on the bigger stage to end the night, right? And it was really cool because, like, I opened up upstairs by me telling my story and doing a performance. And then we came and rocked downstairs for, like, the main event, you know? But Chris represents veterans.
Okay. All right.
So he represents veterans, and it's really cool over at Camp Hope. I got a chance to meet the veterans. You know, I was giving them some free merch. I really connected with Chris, and we came out and hung out with him again next time we went out to Houston, Texas. And he's just really, really, really good people. So shout out to Chris. Thank you so much for all the love and support, man.
Well, shit, man. Well, we might have to reach out and have a little juice down with Chris, man. Maybe have him pop on here.
Chris is good people.
So, Chris, man, let's get you on here. And we got our brother, we got Jared going on here. Jared was dropping some music too. And we had a show on Monday with Chad Valier, man. He's doing some music with Jared as well. Intense. And he told his story. So Jared and Chad are dropping some music. So they'll be talking about that. Where is Jared? Let's see.
He's here.
We'll pull that up there.
The proper name.
There
okay, you got that real quick. Hold on. The proper name for Chris's company that he works for is PTSD Foundation of America, Camp Hope. He works with veterans in recovery. So
all right.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chris, man, thank you so much for everything you're doing, brother. Thank you so much.
What branch of the service were you with, Chris?
Chris was who did he serve with?
Chris, who did you serve with? Yeah, Chris.
Oh, yeah, it's like the louder you. It's like someone is like, hey, they're blind. So and so's blind. You're
he said the Navy. He served with the Navy.
Hey, Chris, man, thank you for your service, brother, and not only that, but thank you for what you're doing now. I mean, you gave to your country, gave to all of us, and now you're giving back again. So God bless you, brother. And if you ever want, man, hit me up, and we'll get you on here.
Yep.
And it's just a shout out to the Army Nurse Corps, just because.
Oh yeah, we got OG here who's in the Army.
That's right.
OG, Chris, OG, right below my finger, right there. She is also a vet.
Yeah. First Lieutenant.
Let's go.
Army Nurse Corps. Yeah.
Let's go. Jared said we're starting to film our first music video in a couple weeks. Super excited.
Good.
All right, man. Him and Jared. Jared and Chad were on yesterday, and I saw them last night talking about their stuff, man. They had some good stuff going on last night about their music as well. And like I said, if you guys could go check out our Monday show with Chad, man, talk about intense stuff, boy. we were chit-chatting a little bit, and he's actually going to do some more stuff. We're in the works talking about that. And look what we got. Danny.
Dan Gibson, baby.
Danny.
Mhm.
Oh,
Hey, you want to know another cool story about Dan? About how much of a hero he is? So
Sure.
I had somebody randomly reach out, a girl. I don't know if I've ever known her. I think that might have been one of our first messages. And she reached out and she said, "Hey, I got I need help moving. I need help moving if you know anybody." And I was like, "I'm out of state. I'm not even on your side of the country." I said, "But I can make a post and see if anybody responds." And guess who helps her move?
Oh my goodness.
My
Triple
man,
A.
Dan Gibson, baby.
He's like road service. He's like one man in the truck. He's everything, man. And you know what? He hit me up one day on Messenger, and because he didn't want Katie to know, and he
Yeah.
goes, "Where can I find some merch from you?" So I told him where to go, and he sent me a video the other day of Katie opening up a package, and it was one of our sweatshirts. So
That's
Danny, I saw the look on her face. The smile was priceless. Thank you so much for that. And then Danny said that he got himself one as well. So that was a cool video, man. That was really nice. So thank you for that. But yeah, Danny, it doesn't surprise me to hear that from you, brother. You know that he did that.
It's very rare. Like, I know there's good people out here, and I know a lot of good people. Like, I'm very blessed to know the good people I know, but
Mhm.
it still shocks me when somebody goes so far out their way when it does not benefit them at all. Like, it's literally just a chore for them or an extra task, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll do it," and I'm like, "You do know, like, you get nothing out of this, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it," and I'm like, "All right, okay,
Well, I mean, look
let me
what he
connect
did,
you then."
and look what he's done, man. I mean, a 9 hour each way for you. So he did the Dan and Katie road service, and then Dan and Katie, two people in a truck, to go do some moving for someone.
Wow.
So it's just like, man, they got their own little company here going, their own side hustle. They got to get going
Just
here.
start charging though.
Man, hey, shout
At
out
least-
to Dan. Shout out to his lady Katie.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, man.
Jared.
Like, good-hearted
Fabulous.
people. It's
Mhm.
I mean, I guess it's selfish, but it's like those are great people to have in your corner, and I'm glad they're in my corner. You know.
Look at
So.
this. I mean, I that's why I just sit there and I love seeing these comments. I was so pissed the other day when we weren't getting these comments up, but then seeing all the comments and seeing, I had people all the time, talk about the stars. So why don't I ask for? And I've said, because seeing that means even more to me than all that other stuff. And we just there's Brenda. We got Sunshine Brenda, popping on here. Thank you, Brenda, for your support as well.
Thank
man.
you, Brenda.
Hope all is going well. I see her always out there with those dogs. And
The dog.
all your
They
stuff.
just took the dogs to the vet. The vet just ate a Skyler Ray beanie. The dog did.
What?
Yeah.
Pound cake ate a hat?
No, not
Well,
pound
her
cake.
dogs.
Oh, I thought it said pound cake ate
Her
a hat.
dog. No,
Brenda.
her dog.
Oh, Brenda's. Oh no.
Hey, did I send you a picture of pound cake and her donut? So she has so it's very common in dogs, especially in her breed. So when their immune system overproduces, they can get a small growth on their paws.
Oh, yeah.
And so she's had a growth, and I didn't know she could lick it. And her old owner is a vet, so I've been sending her pictures, and she's like, "It'll go away." And then it's been like 2 months, a month and a half, and I'm like, "Yo, it's pretty big now, right?" So this was like, I took her in on the 29th of October for the first time, and then like a week later, it still growed because the vet's like, "Oh yeah, that's what it is. Like, it'll go away." And I was like, "That's what you guys keep saying." And then like a week later, I'm like, "Yo, I'm taking her back." Like, well, because I started worrying, I'm like, what if it's cancer?
Oh yeah, you
Like,
start seeing
I need
stuff
to
like
get
that.
her fixed, yopped, whatever needs yopped off. Like, let's get on it, right? And so we take her to the vet again, like twice in like a week and a half. And so they like poked it and did some samples to be able to test it. Thank God it came back to what they thought it was when their immune system
Good,
overproduces.
Okay.
So it should go away. It's actually a harmless thing, but it has
Good.
grown a pretty decent size, and it's on the back of her foot. So if they did like go to like operate or cut it open, the tension on it is not the best for closing. So I might
Sure.
have to go to a specialist if it doesn't go away. Um, but so it's funny because we're at the vet and they just got done poking it, so it's a little bloody.
Mm.
And they're like, "That's weird. It's not going away." They're like, "Is she licking it?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "She can't even reach it." I was like, "I haven't seen her bothering it once." And it's funny because me, the vet, and the vet's assistant, we all turned at the same time, and Pound Cake just got her fucking leg up, just, and I'm like,
She's
"Oh
like
my
being like
god!"
this.
She heard you.
Right when I said, I was like, "No, she can't even reach it," and we both looked,
Yes,
and
I
she
can.
pulls away, and she got blood from the wound. I was like, "Oh, honey." I'm like, "Okay." So now we got her in this donut, right? It's really
Yeah,
cute. We call it's a cone, but I call it a
yeah,
donut
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
it's shaped like a donut and it looks like a donut with the sprinkles and everything.
Oh
So
no.
I'll send you a picture, but she's in that most of the day. Anytime unless she's watching a movie between my lap, she has a donut on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you have to with that. And yeah, you see them. I've always had rescue dogs and stuff, and every now and then that have to happen. They go running with it. Sure enough, catch it on the door, go flying. Because my dogs were all as crazy as I was. But yeah, man, I tell you what, Pound Cake, and it's so funny. The response that we get on messages and a
Mhm.
messenger, it's like Pound Cake and Susie and Pound Cake. And also that one day when I walked out of the studio, came back in, and Susie's up on the table. That one I put, she's under the mic, just staring at the camera, with the wolf behind her. I'm like, beautiful. So yeah, so Susie's got people now.
Uh-huh.
Hey, they're
Trisha,
stars. It's
Good
so
job.
funny because like I do bring Pound Cake some tour visits, like when we're on the road. Although we got a pretty solid sitter now. Her mom and dad take good care of her. So we've been kind of leaning on that, right? But it's funny because like we were taking her like a lot of places, and then we kind of stopped because it's just a lot to have a dog up on stage when it's like she barks or needs attention or has to go to the bathroom.
Oh
Like
yeah,
last
right.
time that stood out, she had to go to the bathroom and she was sitting there just barking, and I was like, "We got one song left. Shut it down." It's just not very professional. But everybody's like, "Where's Pound Cake? You should bring Pound Cake." And I'm just
I
like,
know, man.
I
It's
don't
just
want to bring Pound Cake. So for 40 to 50 people to pet as I'm trying to like do my job,
yeah. It's like
you
focus a
know?
little bit, and yeah, that's so funny, man. Because yeah, they're always about Pound Cake and always about Susie. And we got someone else on here for you, brother. Dylan. Dylan is giving a shout out to you.
Mm-hmm. Dylan
Oh,
Price.
yep.
Dylan Price. And then our
Let's
girl
go, Dylan.
Trisha.
We have an Angela Cadro. We've never seen that name before.
Where?
She earlier on. Hi, Angela.
Hey, Angela. Thank you for popping on with us.
And hey,
Did you
Trisha.
drop a comment?
I
Oh, right here. I don't know.
Find it.
Okay, I see it.
Okay.
yeah, we
Hey,
got
Angela.
Chris, we got Tyler, Jared, Danny, the family. The family is here.
That's really cool. Oh,
Yeah.
we celebrated our birthdays. My
Yours is
birthday,
the
Kayla's
28th.
birthday. Huh?
What's it? Yours is the 28th, right?
It's the 28th. So we celebrated mine, Kayla's, and my brother-in-law's. Actually, my brother-in-law's is today, so I better push order
Oh.
on that present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it fits, it ships.
If it fits, it ships. Yes, indeed. Stephen Parker, thank you so much. He popped up today on one of my pictures on the picture about prison, performing there today. So he's a new follower of mine.
All
I
right,
hope all is
Steven.
well, bro. I'm rooting for you. I know we got a chance to talk right before I popped on live, a couple sentences back and forth, but thank you for the follow, man. I'm grateful.
I'll tell you what,
Welcome
Steven.
to the family.
Steven, you picked a good dude to follow, man. My brother here is doing so much. Him and Kayla are, every time I sit there and I look at their schedules and what he's doing. And hey, Coach Tony.
Coach Tony,
yeah.
baby.
Hey, Coach, I'm coming to see you, brother. We are coming to New York, and then we're driving over to Connecticut. And Coach Tony, we actually are going to an event.
On the Saturday.
For the Saturday.
12:30.
For Coach Tony and his son. And then Coach is going to be on the show. So, Coach Tony, man, thank you. And thank you, Skyler, for hooking us up.
Hey, I'm telling you, Coach Tony is one of my near dear friends. Like, great people. I'm so happy you guys connected. Seriously.
Oh,
We've had to talk about friends. He's He's one of those.
I was just
So-
gonna say, Coach, just so you know, man. I mean, he obviously, Skyler doesn't just say shit. But we talked off camera the other day about you, Coach, and how much you do mean to not only Skyler but Kayla as well. So
Yeah.
definitely looking forward to meeting you, brother. And we will be out there in
Absolutely.
about 4 weeks from this Friday. I think we're gonna be out there.
3 weeks.
3 weeks from Friday, we'll be back in New York again. So,
That's dope. That's
so
dope.
Coach, we will see you, brother.
You're going to New York as I'm going to Italy.
Oh,
Man,
well, you know what?
what day you going to New York? Or
We're
Connecticut?
flying out
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
13th.
But
Yep.
So-
I'll just be getting aboard, ready to go to Italy, but I'll be in Spain for 2 days.
well, I tell you what, we got to do our airport thing. We'll figure it out.
I
But
won't
we'll
be
do
at
it
the
up there.
airport, but we can
Oh, you'll have
figure
to be
something
there.
out.
Yeah, we'll still do that'll be one of our things until we do hook up and do our own lives and our meet and greets and all that. Every time we fly somewhere, we'll do a combined, it's funny too, because the last time we were sitting there at the gate waiting, we had the phone set up and we're just going to town and these people are like, look, yeah. It's like, yeah, that's when we had the lovely story about TSA. And I was, to hear the guy was like filling me up there. And I'm like, man, you gotta at least tell me your name first, give me a little kiss on the cheek.
Mine got me coffee.
Take me to dinner. You got coffee.
Yeah,
I got coffee, bro.
He just
I got coffee. You just gotta be pre-approved. They gotta know you're rolling through, and they're like, "Shit, high roller coming through. This is Skyler freaking Ray." And
That's
they're
right.
like, "Pow!" And
See,
my coffee's
they-
right there. They don't even
Uh,
search me. They're just like, "Let me see your hand." I'm like, "Right here," and they're like, "Boom, coffee." I'm like, "Sick."
Okay, well, they said, Manny, freaking Vitale, step aside. Put their arms up to the side. And I go, you tell me to put my arms up to the side and you shove your hand down my pants. What the hell's going on here? And he's just like, I'm going to pat you down with the back of my hand. I go, okay, I got that. So that's okay, go ahead. And I go, okay, you're not patting a freaking puppy here. Okay, easy there, mad dog. It was just like, and then Skyler comes back with, you are now TSA approved.
TSA approved, baby. Let's go.
It's like, I want a stamp or something. Do I get a sticker you can put on? TSA approved.
So you need something, bro. You need something going through that. We got Dylan Price here. I'm proud of you, Bo. I'm proud of you. We both come a long way. I am almost 6 months clean. Shout out to Dylan Price.
Oh, shit, I'm looking for his post. He's right there. Dylan, congratulations, brother. 6 months, man.
Excellent.
God bless you, brother.
Hey, keep doing what you're doing. 6 months is incredible. It's not easy. I remember trying to get a day. You know how many times, like when I was like actually thought about quitting, but obviously I wasn't committed. You know how many times I told myself during that day, this is the last time I'm getting high, last time I'm getting high, this is the last shot. And then I'm like, oh, after the bag. And I'm like, okay, but I got to run this mission real quick. You know what I'm saying?
After
And
that,
it just never ended. Then I'd get locked up. So congratulations. 6 months is a big deal.
Yeah.
It does get easier. It does get a lot easier. I swear the first couple days are the hardest because not just like withdrawal. My drug of choice was meth, so I just slept. But the not using, right? You take a nap, you don't use, you take a nap, you wake up and you still don't use. Like that's hard. I don't I don't know. I think I only did it one time. I think I've only been able to do that one time and then eventually I relapsed, right? But it's like out of 20 something times, every time I got sober was because I got locked up.
Yeah, that'll do it.
sometimes the best blessings were the ones that you didn't think were the best at the time, but there they were, man.
Dan's got an ask, Skyler.
Oh,
He wants you to touch base about the recovery meet and greet before you go on vacation.
Oh yeah, we're doing so look.
Oh, yeah.
Look. We're doing something to give back to the community. It is called the Hangout. It is December 7th. It is going to go down at one of the locations of my tour sponsors, 4D Recovery. Shout out to my 4D family. That is December 7th. We are going there. So normally on tour dates, so this isn't going to count as a tour date. It's called the Hangout. And the reason for that is I always speak and perform at my tour dates. Sometimes I'll have guest speakers from the audience come up and speak, things like that, right? But this right here is strictly, it is what it's called, the Hangout. Me and Kayla are gonna be there. We're gonna have a few hours, I think 3 hours to spend with everybody. I wanna kick it with you guys. I wanna hear your stories. I wanna take pictures, trade stories. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually wanna hang out with you guys. Uh Unfiltered time, guys. Like, I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna do group photos. Me and Kayla will have the merch booth there. We want to get big photos. Also, we're gonna have our camera up. We want to have a little back section where we record people's stories, like little 3 minute, like
Mhm.
what recovery means to them. It's kind of just like a give back. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to watch us perform. You don't have to listen to us speak. Just come and hang out with us. So we are inviting because everybody wants us to hang out, and like we're always so busy, we never get a
Yeah.
chance. So this is like we put a day aside. Our sponsors are going to be providing free burgers, free hot dogs. I got my friend Lisa. She's gonna come and bring free baked goods, free pastries. She usually does the snow cones and cotton candy. We like to do a lot of like cool free stuff for people when we stop in the city, you know.
That's
But
great,
yeah,
man.
so this is December 7th, Dan. It's called the Hangout. I can get you a flyer. I get you information. It's gonna be really fun. This is the first time of a unique experience. We've never just did a hangout. So I don't know if 10 people are going to be there. I don't know if 50, 100. Usually when we pop out anywhere, it's 100 plus people, like especially in Portland. Like we always hit the capacity. The capacity is 150, 100, whatever. We hit whatever that building could hold. But I'm excited, man. I don't even care if it's 20 people. That just means more intimate time.
Mhm.
So
That's so cool. That's definitely what we're kind of streaming into as well. Um, the first speaking engagement over I did with Fan was, like I said, it was my first one. I didn't know what to expect. I thought I was
yeah,
just going to get up there, do my thing, and then just walk off, grab me some water, just hit the door, go. I went, got off, I got done speaking, went over, and the MC of the thing, she was talking a little bit, finished up, and I grabbed some water, and I turned around to just leave. And man, there was just people everywhere, just all surrounded, man, just
everywhere.
coming up, wanting to talk,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
take some pictures and shake hands. And I was just like, wow. And it was just to talk. And so just what you're saying, I mean, it was so neat being up there telling the story and just
Yeah,
getting the feedback and reaction. But then afterwards, having the people come up and discuss what the story was about and hear about their son and hear about their daughter or themselves. It
yeah.
was that's something that's another thing that we could do. You know, we could line something up. But yeah, that's this is
I'm
great.
excited. I'm
Yeah,
excited. I'm
hey,
excited, man. I want to get to Dylan's comment in a second, which I pinned up there. But I'm excited for the simple fact because me and Kayla wear every single hat you could imagine. We're promoter, merch sellers,
oh,
sound guy, performers, organizers. Like we do everything at events. So a lot of times conversations don't really last more than 10, 20 seconds. It's like, oh, that's really cool. Yeah, yeah. Tell her I said hello. Thank you. Oh, you want a picture? Okay. Thank you for coming out. Give him a hug. Next person. Okay. So, and it's like, it gets so crazy. Even like when we do like meet and greets at the end, there's like a line of people like all the way out the door. Like, it gets crazy, especially like when I go outside to vape or something. It's like I get stopped at least like 10 different packs of people. And then I'm like vaping, trying to get back in. And you never get a chance to, and I always feel bad because I never get a chance to really get into artist mode. Like we get offered green rooms at certain locations and stuff like that,
mhm,
but we don't like it because we like to meet everybody and see everybody, right?
sure.
And, and it's like we want to be at our table representing our product. And so it's like we do it to ourselves, obviously. But I want to be able to be relaxed. It's like I have nowhere to go. The next 3 hours, I am right here having a conversation. And so
That's
this is called the
great.
Hangout,
That's
man.
nice.
Super excited. I think it's a cool way to, I want to get to know my people a little bit more on a deeper level. I want to see them. I want to hang out, trade hugs, laughs, pictures. I want to hear about how they're doing in their lives. Like, because ultimately that's what keeps me going. And they are the
Mhm.
armies behind pushing this engine. They are the
Without
machine
a doubt.
pushing this
Mhm.
product. So
Yeah.
it's a cool thing. We got Dylan in the comment section. We just gave a shout out to him. He got 6 months sober. He says, "Thanks, y'all. I appreciate it very much. I'm tearing up right now. I got the goosebumps,
That's what
man."
you know. What it's and remember, Dylan, you did it.
Yep.
You did it, man. So when you look in the mirror, just remember, man, be proud of that hero looking back at you because we all get help, we all get support, and thank God for that. But when it comes down to it, Dylan, you did it. You did day one, and now you did 6 months. So God bless you, brother. And it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. So
Just the beginning, man.
congratulations.
That's why I tell everybody it is chapter 1 of your life. That's what I had to stress the people in prison, man. Like, take the opportunity and like I was telling them today inside the prison that, look, unless you mess up again, you will never get this opportunity where you have 6 months to the gate with no stress, really, right? No outside noise. Of course, you still have stress, but you don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about all this stuff right there. It's undistracted, right? You don't have your significant other. You don't have the kids. You don't have jobs. You don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like, you will never get this time in your life again unless you mess up to focus on
Wow.
yourself. Take this time to learn yourself, figure out what your weaknesses are. It's not about your strengths. We all know what we're good at, right? That's easy thing. We've
Mhm.
always leaned on our strengths. But you want to be well balanced, you want to survive out there, get to know yourself, learn to be uncomfortable, learn to be patient and figure out what your weaknesses are, right? And then once you identify that, understand the mindset that your character defects do not have to be your shortcomings. Meaning, if you have 4 flat tires on a car, you don't have to drive that car. You can get out and walk to the finish line. You could call a friend, an Uber. Like, there's so many different ways to get past it, right? So that's why I try to tell people this is the time you have to work on yourself without distractions. Use it wisely, right?
Mhm.
Prison doesn't have
Wow.
to be it doesn't have to be a prison to you. Obviously, you can't go nowhere, but if you change your mentality and perspective, this could be an opportunity of no distractions to become and develop at least the
Wow.
foundation of the person you are meant to be,
Without a
right?
doubt. And the thing is, like, I mean, hell, it happened to you. You went through that how many times, and then all of a sudden, boom, that one day sitting on that bunk. And so that's what it's all about, man.
I told them
So
fellas,
that's
I told them fellas, man. I said, you know what's crazy? I said, you see that towel on the floor right there? I said that is probably one of the most haunting and memories that sticks with me the most. I said, I know you're not supposed to count your days because it makes your time go longer. I said, but everybody knows in their head when they get out in their days, right?
Mhm.
Even though you're not supposed to talk about it, like that's one of like the taboo, forbidden conversations. You don't talk about when you're getting out, how many days. It's disrespectful and it makes everybody's time go slow, right? But I remember every night when I would go pee, for some reason I'd go pee most nights, and I getting up. It was a dorm sentence, right? Because it was like the prison right before I went home. And I'm walking across the dorm, and I remember looking at the tiles, and I'm like, 222 days, fuck. You know, next day, 221 days. And I'm just like, when I get out, I cannot wait. I didn't get in trouble. I didn't do none of that. I focused on myself. I joined a recovery program on inside, mainly for the resources at the time. The resources, the housing. I needed that. I had nowhere. If not, I was going to get
Mhm.
released to the streets. I was starting brand new. I didn't
yeah.
have, like a family with opportunity for me. I didn't have anything lined up, man. And so, like, I took opportunity of that. But during those months, boy, I was prepping and meditating in my head. I had a whole game plan mapped out. I was like, yo, this is what I'm doing with my music, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. The only person that can is myself, and I'm
Mhm.
about to get
Exactly.
out my way, you
Exactly.
know?
And the thing is, I mean, as you know, brother, I mean, you are surrounded nothing but anger and negativity in there, and hearing other people's negativity that they try to maybe throw your way too. Don't ever let anyone else's negativity deter you what you're
Nah.
going to do, man. So God bless you, man. I just saw our other brother up there, Matt Traver,
Yep.
and
Hey,
he
let's
was on
go.
here. Where'd he go?
He's
That's
here
my
somewhere.
boy.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, Matt.
Friday, November 15th.
There he
was
is.
on. Yeah.
Matt, yeah, he was on. Talk about a hell of a show, boy. He intense, and from the minute we started talking till we signed up, I was just like, I mean, and the from where he went, what he went through to where he is, Matt. It was a great show, and there was a lot of positive feedback. So thank you so much for coming on, and
Heidi's on too.
and thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
Yep.
And we'll be doing some more stuff as well, man.
Matt's
Oh,
good
sure.
people. Matt's good
Yep.
people. I put Heidi's name up there so we don't forget about Heidi.
Oh,
Yeah.
Matt's good people. So we did when I was in Pittsburgh, we're in the video shoot with Cleachy. It's funny because like me and Matt met on the internet, right?
Yeah.
Um, and we were talking and stuff, and it's like you never know, like you talk on the internet, but you never know how someone's gonna be like in real life, or like
Mhm.
vibes could be different, like especially like if you haven't had like long conversation, just text, right?
Mhm.
And so like I guess I did do a live with him, but we met up and we got some food and then we went out for ice cream afterwards. But yeah, he's good people for sure. He definitely is. He hooked me
Oh
up with
man.
those shoes. He hooked me up with those chocolate shoes that I'm about to be wearing in the drowning video. And
Oh, I tell you what, man, and like I said, the show that he did with me, the couple what was it last week, was just intense, and just his character and his passion and his love and motivation. First and foremost, man, to get himself straight after all he went through, man.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
literally, it was just shocking awe, and that's what I got hit with him. So again, Matt Traver, man, thank you so much, brother.
thank you.
And of course, Heidi Sullivan, man, she has been part of our family since day one, literally since day one. Welcoming all the new people on. Heidi's been there with nothing but love and support and motivation for
Let's
everybody.
go.
Someone will pop on here having a bad day. Someone will pop on here maybe just back and forth, not sure, and if they're going to make it and all that. There's Heidi. So Heidi, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you.
Lots of love from that lady.
Oh, lots
She's
of
good
time,
people. She's good people for
Mhm.
sure. It's really cool because like you start to interact and you see a lot of these people. Damn, you guys are consistent. I'll tell you that. Like
Yeah.
I see a lot
Yeah.
of the same names. Like
Uh-huh.
you got
Uh-huh.
that's crazy. Y'all are better than me because it is so
No.
hard to stay on a live and like or pop up rarely. Like I was my buddy Whoa, he was winning a contest. He won like he might be at 12, 13 weeks now. And I remember I was like, oh, I didn't even know about this. And so you go on there and you vote for him. They play two different music videos, but it's a live and he's like not on it. They're like playing different music and they're talking. It's actually like the dude that does it's really cool. Like I've got a chance to like kind of talk to him a little bit. Cool people. Shout out to him. Hip hop everything. His name's Aaron H. I said H because I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But check it out. So he does this show, but I have really bad ADHD, right? And so I'm like sitting there and like I'm tired. I'm like, yo, when's the vote process? This is my nap time right now. And like no one was answering. I'm like, yo, when's the voting process? And then there was another time I was like at a show at the same thing. I was like, where's the voting process? But I forgot after like 3-4 weeks of going hard for my woe. I forgot. So every time
Well,
Sunday will pass it, I was like, oops. Hope you
Well, the
won.
man, I tell you what, King Handsome, he's going to be coming on soon. He's coming on the show. So,
What day is that?
Pam,
January 13th.
January 13th, King Handsome, the man, the legend himself, will be on My Fight or War.
And what time is that?
7
p.m. So
Okay, cool.
I'll hit you up. We'll definitely give you the dates and all that. But it's so cool too, man, seeing so many names. And now, not only is it like, oh yeah, from Skyler Ray, My Fight or War, back and forth. Now it's like Skyler Ray, My Fight or War, and everyone's like, hey, talking from our side, your side, our side.
Yeah.
It's just like our family now,
Big
man.
family.
And it's just like all these people, man, your music, and then some of the people from Skyler Ray jumping on, hearing the stories and helping out the people at My Fight. So, I mean, this is such a beautiful thing, man. Thank you guys so much, man. Steven, Danny, Matt, all of you guys.
Yeah, you guys are killing it, man. Seriously. Shout out to Sherry Hobbs. Known her for a while. But she said it's amazing, Skyler, to hear you doing your music and sharing your story. Thank you so much. You know what's crazy is the name of me and Kayla's company is Doorway Entertainment LLC. But the reason why we call it Doorway Entertainment is because if anybody don't know, Kayla's not in recovery. Kayla doesn't never really had an addiction or she's like a drinker every once in a while, like have a drink at dinner type thing or if we're on vacation. But other than that, Kayla don't do anything, right? But so Doorway Entertainment comes from all those years that me and my people were in our addiction in that doorway, talking about when we get sober. Talk about when we get sober, all those years. It's a reflection and a summary of all those promises that we made. Because everything we do, our mission, everything we do is for the addict that lost their dreams to addiction, right? Whether that's in the doorways they overdose, or underneath the bridges, the recovery homes, the school bathrooms, the jail cell, everything, the ones that aren't coming home, right? So that is why it is called Doorway Entertainment. all those years I spent in the doorway talking about I'm a rapper, this is what I used to do, and I'm gonna get back to it. Well, now I'm back to it, and our company name is a reflection of never forget where you come from. Right?
Good.
Don't be greedy. Don't be big headed. It's one thing to be proud. Sometimes, like even like today, wrapping up today's thing, I was kind of shocked. And when me and Kayla went out to lunch afterwards, and I was like, we're kind of doing something incredible. And I kept telling her, and I felt like I was repeating myself, but I was like, sorry, babe, if I'm repeating myself. I'm like, I'm just really proud. Like it's crazy. I went to prison there, and now came back and like did this. I was like, 86 stops around the country. Like, it's kind of mind blowing to think about all those stops. Like, because the whole time you're doing, and you're just like, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. Another stop. All right, let's do it. Let's pop out. And then you're like, 86 stops. And that last one was just at a prison I served time at. And they invited me back and want to do it bigger and invite the rest of the prison, not just the program, because we did so well. And it's like, that's what it's about. Doorway entertainment. All those
Exactly,
times I
man.
was moving and grooving and licking my teeth and jad jocking and you know what I'm saying with my dirty little syringe shooting dope, talking about when I get, oh, I'm gonna get back to my music. I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, watch me work now. I will never forget, like I said, where I come from. Like, and that's the thing is like I'm an addict. My story was already written, right? Um, but it's not. And that's what I'm out here to prove is that it doesn't matter. Like your past can prevail you.
Oh man, and,
So
and the thing
doorway
is, brother,
entertainment, baby.
not
Uh-huh.
kind of impressive. It's fucking huge and
Yeah.
it's very impressive, man. It's not kind. I mean, and it's something that's not. This wasn't just handed to you. You busted your ass. This is something a passion you've had since you were 9. Yeah, I mean, you were
Yeah.
living under a freaking bridge. You went through the foster system. You were in prison. You did all. It's not like you were born with this, gold
Silver
spoon,
spoon.
a silver spoon, whatever the fuck in your mouth. And you
Yeah.
went through it. When you hear your music and see your videos.
Yeah.
You're not one of these punks who sat there and was born into money and now just
No.
talking gangster shit. You
Yeah.
lived it, and that's why it's so relatable, man. Because it's like who better to talk to about something like this than people who've gone through it. You
The
hear
people can
people all
tell.
the time.
The people can
Yeah,
tell.
that's like I said, man. Don't fucking lie to me, because I've told that lie years before you even said it.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're here, and it's a blessing. And I want to just keep pushing, doing what I'm doing, just like you, man, because we got a story to tell, and we've been blessed. And there's either a couple of things you can do. You can do nothing. You can do something. And
I'm
I
trying
spent
to
too
do
long
something,
doing
man.
nothing.
I'm
No, you are,
exhausted.
man.
I'm exhausted. I'm running on fumes. Fumes and hope. Fumes and hope. I'm getting some really cool rewards along the way. Not just the stuff like that, material items and like success, but like rewards as in like my heart's full.
That's it,
Right?
right
I'm
here,
tired
man.
and I'm beat, but I feel good. I'm doing good guy shit. Like I'm out there doing good guy shit. Like I was telling Kayla on the way home, I was like, I feel like I'm scamming the world. Like, how is so many places inviting me in and I'm talking about be a good person and do right in your life, and everybody is just into it and hype and inspiring, like, gotta have you back, gotta get you over here. And I'm just like, it's so crazy. Like, it literally feels like you're running a scam, right? For everybody just to be involved, and you're just like, because you never expected.
No,
Never
man.
expected. It's bad. Today I kind of sat at lunch and I was like, we're doing crazy shit. This tour right here, 86 stops, the very first tour, we got one $3,000 sponsorship, right? Shout out to my sponsorship, my original one. I'm not gonna say no names because I probably shouldn't have said no money. But
Okay,
my
well.
original sponsorship, they've been with me this entire tour. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I give them shout outs all the time. But check it out. So a $3,000 sponsorship, which at the time was great. I'm like, yo, we bought our first van for like 4,000 and then put a lot more into it. But it's like, the very first tour, bro. I literally called thousands and thousands, probably 2 to 4,000 calls, and 33 treatment centers said yes. And 90 or 95% of them, it was absolutely a free show. No money involved. No one wanted to put up money. It wasn't like you show up, you do this, you get paid. It was like, if you want to travel and do it, we have no funds. And I was like, yes, let me come. I'll be there. Right. And we traveled all around the country. We're on the road for like a month at a time straight. Now, as we get older, we're smarter. Like we go hit a few stops, come home for a week, hit a few stops. But that first tour, we were on the road for like a month straight, come home for like 2 weeks, head out for like another month, 100% funded out of our pockets besides 3,000. 33 people said yes out of like 2 to 4,000 calls. And that is how the Road to Recovery tour was born. I literally cold called, Googled,
That's just
treatment
incredible,
centers in
bro.
Texas, treatment centers in Nebraska, South Dakota, and just call after call after call, repeating the same spiel, getting told no, getting told that this will never happen. It's a stupid idea. Like some people were nice, getting the push around. Susie will give you a call back. Okay, well, Susie agrees now. John gets on the phone. Susie doesn't want to do it. She doesn't control it. And it's just like, oh my God.
Mhm.
But the next tour, more sponsorships came in, more shows come in. Now we're about 50, 60% of, originally it was about 5 to 10% of the shows paying. Then it became 50, 60% of the shows paying. Third year, now we fast forward to this. I would say we do a few donation free shows that are like in the area when it makes sense, right? And we do stuff to give back. We do. We do a
Mhm.
lot. That's not to undermine
Mhm.
it. But the
Mhm.
point of this story is now I would say 90 to 95% of our bookings are paid. And there are a lot of times are at our asking price or close to it. So started with thousands of no's
Mhm.
to doing free shows to build a reputation to building it, and now we have so many, we have to turn down shows because we don't have enough time in the day, turning down thousands of dollars for this show, turning down thousands for that show. And it's just like, it's crazy
Wow.
to
Nice.
be in that position,
Ooh.
right?
What a
Like I
beautiful feeling,
started
brother.
as a kid that gets no, 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 and all I knew is, you told me no, someone's gonna tell me yes.
Yep.
That 33 yeses have changed it, and now we have so many booking dates, and now we've been on tour since end of May. This tour is just ending today.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We have had breaks in between. Not saying we're running every single day, but practically we are prepping, preparing,
Mhm.
promoting, lining up stuff. Like, it's a lot. Restocking on merch when you're home for 2 weeks. Like, it is crazy, but we did it. They let us in treatment centers. They let us in treatment centers. We've been coming in, and people are like, We have never seen anybody do this." Like, yes, people pop in like Jelly Rolls does prisons, that inspiring as hell. And
Mhm.
the video, have you seen the video where he got those people out of prison to perform with him on
Yes.
stage?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Right?
Intense, man.
Game changer.
Incredible.
Crazy.
It's,
So that's inspiring, doing that stuff. But like, I haven't seen anybody doing what we do. And I'm not necessarily talking about popping to prison, but tour and treatment center, like that is the tour. You
yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's like, it's game changing. Like, I literally work with thousands and thousands and thousands of addicts, tens of thousands of addicts every year that I
Well,
get a
that's
chance to
just
meet and perform and speak to. Like I feel good. I'm burnt out, but it's like, holy shit, what have we started? It's a movement, you know?
it is a movie, man. And like I tell you all the time, man, you guys are changing so many lives for the better.
Oh
You're,
yeah.
you're just letting people know, man. It's not just talk when you say, if you bust your ass, if you really are true to yourself, this could happen to you. Man, it's real. It's freaking real. I mean, you can either succeed or fail. The only way you'll fail is if you quit and give up. That's it.
That's true.
If you want it bad enough, you will get it. It's that.
You will
It's that
prevail.
simple, man. I'm not saying that the action of doing it is simple, but the choices are either you're going to do it or you're not. And the thing is, there's so much help along the way between all the families, like My Fight Our War, like all the other ones, and then you with your singing, the music, the entertaining, and with all the work besides your concerts and all that stuff. You talk about then you're coming home. Well, when you come
Yeah.
home, you're not chilling because you're doing all the things you just said,
Uh,
preparing for the next.
I'm
So
more busy. I'm
86,
more busy at home than I am on the road,
I mean, 86 tours in 3 years. That's insane, man.
bro.
And
And
and,
that and
and
that and
it's
that's just this tour alone. That's not even other music tours that I
yeah,
do. This is straight recovery tour. So like,
Ah. Okay.
we are everywhere. Like, we do all types of stuff. Like I said, I'm freaking burnt. But this is all I ever wanted. So who am I to complain?
no,
Right?
man, it feels
This is
Mhm.
where the gold is meddled in the fire, bro.
Oh, it feels
You
so
know?
good to do the right
Oh,
thing, man. For so long, I fought the wrong fight for the wrong reason. I fought any fight for any fucking reason. I didn't care. But
yeah.
to fight the good fight, as I always say, keep fighting the good fight. It feels so good to do the right thing.
Yeah.
It feels so good to be sober. It feels so good to bring sober's cool. You don't have to be
Sober's
the
badass,
sober's
bro.
badass.
Oh,
And you talk about you think you're a pansy and all that. Being sober, being in recovery is the baddest ass thing you could do. And so don't let
it's
anyone
so
tell you any
gangster,
different.
bro. It is so good. It's the closest I've ever been to gangster. I'm so far from gangster. I'm not a tough guy at all, right? But it's like you're doing what people say you can't do. You're doing what most will never achieve. You are doing what other people don't understand and minimize and act like they don't have an addiction. Like, if you are sober, like, to me, that is G, bro. Like, because I'm kind of sharp. I'm kind of smart. I'm definitely like street smarts, like very street smart.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I'm getting up my intellectual like a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm learning a lot about life, how to navigate, problem solving skills. Uh, you know, and I'm not always great at all these categories. Like, I still have a long way to go, but I have came a long ways. And it's
Oh
really
man.
dope because I'm so well rounded now. Like, I feel like it and I'm sober, so it's like there's nothing blocking my mind from just like expanding and working properly. It is so cool. I
It's
love
a
it. I love
beautiful
being
thing.
healthy.
It's heroic. It's heroic, and that's all of us. I always tell everybody, all of our families, man. We're heroes. We're
Yeah.
champions, man. We're warriors. Brenda's. Oh, I missed it.
Oh,
Brenda
right
had
here, right here. I got you.
would say she's doing a volunteer program. Do every Angel Tree Ministries.
The
Gets to
incarcerated parent needs to
fill
fill out the
out to be
application.
part of the programs, connecting children of incarcerated parents through Christmas gift.
Dope.
You share about success coming out of the system. You're going to change many lives, man. Definitely,
Uh,
without a doubt, man. Way to go, awesome,
Shout out to you
Brenda.
guys. Hey, Brenda, thank you for doing that. So, if you guys have been following me for a few years, I think this might be the second year we haven't done it. So, well, we did it for like 3 years and then we didn't do it for this will be the second year. Instead, we kind of just partnered up. It was a lot of energy. And on top of that, so we were doing a thing called Little Dreamers. So my clothing brand of my kids for the kids is called Little Dreamers, right? And so it's merch for the kids. And
Okay.
so, but we had a program that me and Kayla started. It was called Little Dreamers, and we would sell merch. We'd sell merch and donate portions. Like we even like first year we even did like a show. We'd raise thousands of dollars and would buy like gifts. We would take in parents that lost our kids that lost their parents due to addiction or incarceration that wouldn't be able to have a Christmas if no one stepped in,
Mm.
right? And we had to cut it off. We didn't have the energy. I feel horrible saying that, but it was me and Kayla running it. We were doing all the fundraising, um, you know. And then it got really exhausting going through the emails trying to figure out which ones are reals and which ones are scams.
Ooh, yeah.
We helped out quite a bit of kids. You know what I'm saying? And we did this locally. We would drive around for Christmas and we would drop off stuff. We'd pick like 10 families, sometimes 5 families. It depends, but each family would get like $500 worth of gifts or 250. One would get like 1,000. Like it just depended. Like
Wow.
we wanted to
Yeah.
go above and beyond for these people. And there's been a few times afterwards you watch and you're like, and you find out something, you're like, I think we got hustled. And it was so hard to
No,
pick like which ones really needed it. And I know some people got help, but it was like it kind of broke my heart and made me angry because I know there was kids going without and I know I was helping people that really didn't need it, some of them. And so like I had to cut it off. I told Kayla, I said, I don't know what to do because I'm so frustrated. I want to beat everybody up, but my whole mission here is to help every single kid. And I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. Like it was
Mm.
crazy, and after like the third year, the vibes were just. I was like, let's, because it was like you nominate somebody, And we
Mhm.
had it going through the email, but me and Kayla were filtering all the emails, and then we had to have somebody like pick, and it was just like I just felt like every pick that was getting picked, I was like, hopefully that was a good choice.
Is that real? Yeah,
Mhm.
man.
You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like, and then you see stuff on social media and different things, you're like that's cool. We got those kids that stuff. Like that's really cool, and I'm sure it made their year. But it's like I don't think they needed it like that.
And then in the
There's
back of
definitely
your
other
mind,
kids. This program we tried to create was meant for like kids like that would not have
yeah,
anything.
nothing. Yeah,
Nothing. I'm talking about nothing, like maybe just a meal. Like that's who it's supposed to go through, and then we come through and drop off like a trunk full of presents. Like,
yeah, yeah.
that was my dreams. I don't want to give it up, but right now
No,
the mental capacity is too much, especially because like we were doing it during like we would donate like a lot of our own funds, thousands and
hmm,
thousands of dollars. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's people buying merch and then we take that money and donate it, right?
sure.
So people definitely did do that. But it got really exhausting and it just broke my heart and it just made me angry. And I realized I shouldn't be doing this if I get angry because I feel like I'm getting scammed. You know,
Yeah,
I don't like working my butt off and taking basically nothing home for the last few months because we would donate basically like almost every dollar earned for like the last few months. You know, so it's like when you take a hit on your income for a month and a half, and you're just
Mhm.
like, I'm doing all this, and I swear to God, I'm getting scammed. Like, and so it hurts. It tears you apart. So last few years we've been working with the point of that story. Congratulations, Brenda. Thank you for doing that because that's something I like to do. But we started helping out and kind of promoting 4D when it comes up, one of our tour sponsors. Um,
yeah.
you know, they've been there from the start if you know what I'm
But
saying.
you know,
So
the thing,
4D's been there from the start of the tour. Absolutely amazing people, love them. But so we try to help push their stuff. So thank you, Brenda,
you're
and anybody who's
sideways.
helped.
There you go. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh. There
there
you
it is.
are.
There we go. But yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, and the thing is too, man. One thing I did learn is, let's just say everyone's not quite what they seem, and
Mm.
and the thing that really pisses me off is you want to be something, and on social media, do it. You want to be this raging personality, do it. You can be whatever you want on your platform. But the thing is, I've noticed on some people who say they're into the recovery platform, they're into
Yeah.
the recovery this because they know what big hearts and giving people that we are in recovery, that they try to use that as a stepping stone, and not really have their heart into it and just use that as bullshit. And yeah, that's what I mean. I that's one thing that does not sit well with me. And yeah, I've had to watch myself. This was a while back when I realized that unfortunately this is going on, and kind of let my time get the best of me on some things. And it's just like, no, man. And that's just what it was. That you put your heart soul into this because you're authentic and you're trying to do the right thing, and you have someone else who you think is right
Yeah.
there with you, and then you find out it's nothing but bullshit. So,
That,
but you
that's
know
what
what
that's what I'm
though?
saying, Manny. It hurts. I was literally up all night. Would go
Oh yeah.
shopping. I would wrap these presents up, and I remember I had so much pride when I first started doing it. I remember
Hmm.
crying. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm helping these kids!" Like one of the kids, like that got nominated. It's like I knew his dad. I used to run the streets with him, and he overdosed. His mother couldn't afford stuff, and I was like crying and wrapping his presents. And I was like, "I got you, little buddy. Like we're gonna make your Christmas, you know." And I'm thinking about this, and then like by the third year, like I said, I was just so angry and like I didn't know who to trust. And I was like, it's time to take a break on that. But
Yeah.
hey, I did remember what we've been doing the last 2 years. We're gonna do it this year. So we've been doing we transitioned to which will probably start really here soon, if not like early December. If you buy a hoodie, we match a hoodie, right? And we match that hoodie, and we've been donating it to the homeless, the tiny homes
All right, man.
that are there for BIPOC, but also there for like addiction and homeless people. We donate that. So every hoodie bought, we donate a hoodie. And I think last year, I think we dropped off like 60 hoodies, 70 hoodies.
Wow, nice.
So yeah, we take that. We if somebody buys a hoodie, which we'll be doing again this year, we match it. So we donate
There
our
you go,
own
brother.
portions, and yeah, it's winter time. I like I told you before. I've had friends that have froze to death, literally
Mm.
Oh
froze to
man.
death. That was like the cause. They They got so cold they passed out and died. Like I've had a few friends on top of the bridge that have done that, underneath the bridges. I never forget what it's like in winter being homeless. And when you're high, you don't notice the signs. You think you're warm, but your body's shutting down.
Oh man, I'll
And
sit there, go
so,
down Gratiot, and I'm heading into Detroit and stuff, doing the things I'm doing now. And you just look on, people are sitting on the sidewalk, leaning against the building, just trying to get some sun. And they got this, little raggedy ass coat on. They're just trying to tuck themselves into a little ball to stay warm. And it's just like, damn. So yeah, man, it definitely lets you, if you ever think you're starting to get a little bit too much of yourself, just take a step back and then just take a look around and realize what a blessing we have just to be here, man. As you know, we've got family and friends who are no longer here. So, we owe it to them, man, to keep, telling their stories, to keep their voices alive. But yeah, there's a lot going on, brother. And even for those scams out there, look at what we have. Look at these comments with our family. For every shithead out there that's scamming, we got 5, 10, 15, 20 people that our family that's doing incredible stuff. So God bless all
that's
you
why
guys.
it's like I figured, like 4D, they do something really cool. They do. I see a lot of people like Belinda said thumbs up to 4D recovery. Dylan Price, 4D Clackamas, a big part of my recovery. I'm telling you, 4D is the shit. Like I
That's
love
awesome,
4D, my
man.
buddy Tony V, all the entire staff, incredible. Like they have embraced like this whole road to recovery movement since tour one, right? And
That's
they've been dope. And but no, they believe in the vision, but they do a thing where they do parents. They give parents young parents in recovery presents for their kids on Christmas, and a lot of those parents just got their kids back. They might have a year back, 6 months. They just won custody back. They're getting out of treatment center. They're stepping back in their lives, and they may not have the resources to give their kids a Christmas. So that is when 4D comes along and they do their thing, man. Shout out to 4D. I love 4D. Like that's my family. If there's ever like an organization like that's family, that's them right there. So
That's awesome, man. And see, that's what keeps it going. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's life. You're gonna deal with these haters. You're gonna deal with these scammers, and these people are full of shit. But when it comes down to it, you know who's real, and it makes it all worth it. And like you said, just doing the right thing, man. It's no matter how tired you get, and like for me, when I start to get tired and don't want to do something, I just look where I am and think about where I was. And it's just like, life is good.
Life is surreal, Manny. Life is surreal. Look at you. Look what you're doing. Look, G's right by your side. I got Kayla. Oh no, Kayla and Pound Cake are sleeping in bed right now.
Nah. Yeah, I came in here when I fired up the studio. I come walking in, and there's Susie sitting on the table. It's like she's looking at me like, I got people now.
She got people. It's cool. It's a blessing, man. It really is. Like it blows my mind. And like I said, I think today it hit home. It hit home today. Like to be told no so many times, and like there was a fork in the road. I could have went left or right,
Exactly,
and I
brother.
decided to go straight. I went straight, and I what we're doing is unique, bro. I'm super proud. Like it feels really good. It feels really good. Like I didn't choose a path that was already taken. I chose a unique path, and to find success, years of consistency, like it's really cool. It was awesome. Like I said, the people in prison, they're like, we want to come back and invite the whole prison. We'll do it bigger. You could have the whole chow hall. You could have, and I was like, yo, let's go.
It's just amazing too, man. And to sit there and think about it, which is really crazy, is we wouldn't be where we're at if it wasn't for the terrible things that we did. So I mean, if we didn't have those years of addiction, if we didn't have those years of terrible times and terrible situations and just things that we don't want to remember if we do, if it wasn't for all that, because I've had people say, well, man, you don't even think about that. That's not you. That was the past. Just forget about it. No, I can forget about it because that's what made me what I am today. And when I start to get a little bit off path, I just stop and think about it, and it's like makes me a little stronger to keep doing what I'm doing now.
It does,
especially now,
it pushes you.
It makes you stronger, and then the doors open. I mean, look at us. I mean, hell, one day I'm sitting there going through, and I see you. It's like, bam, I'm gonna hit him up, see if he wants to come on. Next thing you know, you're on. Next thing you know, we're talking like we've known
We
each
got our
other
own
forever.
show, baby.
Next thing you know,
Bye-bye.
we are on. Who knows what episode we're on here? Setting up shows for the future here, setting up live events and all that stuff that we're going to be doing. It's a blessing. It really is. We've got these amazing people who are our family with who follow us and interact and share these great stories of what they're doing as far as reaching out and helping so many people as well. Because I've always said, man, there would be no My Fight or War if it wasn't for everybody who's chiming in.
And King Handsome's here.
King Handsome,
Cousin Tony's here.
my cousin, Belinda, everyone. Hey, man, how you guys doing? And that's what I mean. If it wasn't for them, there would be no Music and Mayhem.
Yeah.
There'd be no My Fight or War. So, thank you guys, man. Love you guys.
I'm telling you, it's the Army, bro. It's the Army. Like, you guys give us a platform. Like, I cannot stress it enough. And I know that because, like, I'm sober now and I got Kayla on my side. So those are very, very important variables that help push me to the next level. Like, that's obvious. I ain't a dummy, right? But I do understand what a difference it makes when the people show love. Like, that is the platform. You guys are my army. You guys have given me a career. You guys have given me life. You guys have given me my dreams, right? So, like, at the end of the day, it don't matter if I got sobriety. It don't matter if I got Kayla. If I don't have the people, I'm a voice that goes unheard.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
you know what I'm saying? And if a tree falls in the woods and no one hears it, did it really fall?
Yeah, man.
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? It's one of those type of situations.
it's like now we have a purpose. We have a purpose.
It's beautiful, bro. I love my people. My people are everything.
It is,
nice.
It's just, never in a million years I'd be sitting there thinking that such terrible stories, such terrible things and events that happened in my life and in all of our lives that we would be bringing out and sharing with everybody would be, ending in such a positive result instead of judging and all that and bullying. No, man, it's just the opposite. It's like, hey, been there, done that. You know what? We can get through this. And how are we going to do it? We can do it together. We can do it as a family. And that's exactly what we're doing.
Power of a team. It is crazy. Like, I literally say, here's my flaws. This is what I suck at. These are my mistakes. And you guys are like, we love you. You're so amazing. I'm like, you did hear me say, these are my flaws. These are my mistakes. These are my regrets. And you still love me.
And the thing is, because it's being real. It's just being real.
It's a beautiful thing, man. And it's like, I don't take it for granted, Manny. I don't.
No. And that's like one thing. I don't take one day for granted because, with everything that's happening, it's great. It's amazing. And it seems like it's happening so fast, but I'm not an idiot. As fast as it happened, I know things could end just as fast. So every day is a blessing. Every show is a blessing. Every time, me and you chit chat. I mean, well, not even on show, but just phone calls, text messages, just shooting the shit. The other day when you hit me up, and all of a sudden I look down and there's that video. It's like, just seeing that, and then feeling pretty good. It's like, man, no one's seen this. I'm like, I got the premiere. So I'm like, I feel important.
Did. Out of all the people in the world, to this day, the only people in the world I've seen is the director, the other artist, of course, right? Kayla, of course. But you, my dad, King Handsome, and AC.
That means everything, man. I mean, just knowing that means a lot. It really does.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
And,
so
it's family.
It's coming out the 24th.
Sunday.
On the 24th. Run it up.
Yeah. And the 24th will be our third episode that will be dropping on the same day. So your video, our third show. So we'll be doing that too.
I have a confession to make to you, Manny. I still need to watch that episode. I've been super stoked. It's just like the time that I've had. I've been doing really good. I've been doing a lot of inventory and updating the website and really organizing my phone for better promotion, and it's been working. It's been paying off. But I still gotta watch it, Manny. I will. I'm excited for it. I've been hyped. So.
No, man, I appreciate your support. You know that, brother.
I just want to let you know, man. Like that's honest. But it's not because I'm not interested. I'm super interested. Like I'm telling you, like I've loaded it up like at least 4 or 5 times, and I was like, looking. I'm like, Kayla texts. I'm like, what time are you gonna be home? She's like, an hour. And I look at Pound Cake and I'm like, you want to
Let's
take
take
a
a
nap?
nap.
Let's take a nap.
No, man. It's like Susie. It's their fault too. I'll sit down, and by the time I lean back, she's already jumping on me, and she's got her face on my face, and she's got her paws on my neck. She's laying down, purring and snoring at the same time. So it's just like, okay, out. But it's all
Pound Cake
good,
is
man.
so loving. She's insane. She's been having her donut on like the last 3 nights sleeping, and or her cone,
Yeah.
and she sleeps in the bed, but she's been taking up all my damn space. And like, I usually move her, but I noticed that like she can't get comfy with her cone because it comes out there like
Yeah.
this. So when she does, she's like all tilted and crooked and barely has her head down so she could sleep. And I know that she's woke up a few times trying to get adjusted. I see her. Sometimes she'll get up and just sit there for like 5 minutes just because she
She's
don't know
like,
how to get comfy, you know?
Yeah.
So I see her just all tilted and crooked. But like, so Kayla has her pillow. Mind you, we have a king size bed. Kayla has her pillow. She stays on her side. That's our rule. You got your pillow, my pillow. We got big king size pillows. I don't cross this point. You don't cross this point. This is where the feet touch around the middle. This is where the elbows touch.
She's
Right? We
touching
have our
me.
thing.
She's touching me.
And so here's my side right here, and here's the edge of the bed, and Pound Cake has literally been in the middle, and but then she lays like this sideways. So she takes up all this of my pillow from here to here, and I get like right here, and I'm like this on my bed. But I look over and I'm like, you little sweet bitch, you'd only been
It's-
sleeping for like 2 minutes. I'm gonna let you sleep. Oh, you so lucky. Like I would move you so fast. But she's
Oh
just
man.
sawing little logs, and I'm like, all right, baby girl, sleep.
Oh
You
man.
know?
And that's the thing too, man. Like with my, shoulders give me some issues now. So I'll be sitting there doing nothing. I'm just
Yeah.
sitting there, and she'll jump up on me, and she just cuddles right up on me. I'm not even moving, but the freaking pain in my shoulder I'm dealing with right now, just doing nothing hurts. But as soon as I get ready to move, I'll look over, and then she always takes her paw, and it's just like to make sure I'm not moving. So she takes it and puts it on hits me in the chin. And if I move, she's like, don't move.
Yeah.
And she's like, sorry, but she's so damn cute and comfortable. I'm in this freaking pain from my shoulder. It's like, okay, 10 more minutes. And here she
10 more
is.
minutes.
This is great. So, the things we do for our fur babies.
So much. Heidi says, does Pound Cake snore? Yes, she does.
Yeah, I
Pound
bet she
Cake
does.
saws logs. And we sleep face to face sometimes. And of course I snore too. So I'm snoring in her face. We're both just serving each other up all night, you know? Yeah, Pound Cake definitely snores. She's a bed hogger. Like we always try to like lay her flat and then like squish her in the middle. And then by the middle of the night, it's always Kayla on the edge or I'm on the edge. And she don't care. She wants to lay sideways, which makes no sense. She has to be touching both of us, a hand on one of us, a foot on the other one. And Pound Cake kicks in her sleep. She kicks. She goes. I was laying there the other night and I was up. I just got done checking my phone, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm checking my phone and I lay back down and she kicked me at least 6 times in like 20 seconds. And I'm looking at her, she's trying to get more room. And I'm like, you keep kicking me in the ribs, I'm about to move you. Like, we're not doing this right now, you know?
And then you're like, okay, no, I won't.
Yeah.
Oh man, the things we do. You know what? It's endless. It's endless, brother.
All that.
That's my daughter, bro.
All that.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
your doctor.
My
And,
doctor.
And Susie, that's my wonder dog.
That, you know, honestly, like that's definitely my daughter because like I want to have kids. Me and Kayla both do, but uh, it's hard. It's hard. Money's an issue.
Mhm.
Our time schedule is an issue. I know we can make time, but money's the hard thing because we'd have to sacrifice so much, and then it's like if we sacrifice that, I know the reason why we're able to roll like we do and do the dream that's impossible is because we can invest every single dollar.
Yeah.
We're gonna be okay. We're gonna survive. We'll figure a way to eat. We've never been down and bad that out since we started. We've never been that bad. But it's like that's the way we look at it. We invest every single dollar. Like We'll figure out how to eat. We'll figure out this. We could lose this entire investment, which is a gamble, and be okay. But with the kids, you
Mhm.
really can't do that.
Mm-mm,
You
mm-mm.
really can't. Like me and Kayla, we can get booked and we can pack up and be at the airport in 2 hours.
Yep.
Right? But with a kid, that's a no go. That's a no go. We gotta find sitters. You gotta do this, and so it's like it's a lot, bro. Like sobriety played off, so I love the sobriety thing. But it's like that's why I stopped using drugs and decided not to do it sober. Wasn't to be in recovery. I did it for these dreams. The same thing with like the kids. So it's like I don't know, man. You got to make something pop. We got to make something happen.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey, something happened. You just popped it off the
Something
screen.
happened and he'll disappear.
He just got a phone call. I bet.
Oh, that's
Someone probably
right.
called.
Uh-huh.
But
Caleb probably called and said, where are you?
man, get your ass over here. What time? Oh man, we got.
It's 9:00.
Oh man, I think that was the podcast guy saying, "Okay, guys, let's wrap this up."
Timer went off. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes.
So look,
Yeah,
I
phone
got a
call,
call.
huh?
I got a call and it kicked me
I
off. So I had to turn my phone on, do not disturb. But it's like there's so many things I'm making a sacrifice. But it gets scary. It gets scary. My grandma the other day, she was like, I love pound cake, but I would love some grandkids. And I'm thinking because me and my brother, we have different dads, right? Me and my brother have different dads. He has a kid, my nephew Caden. But it's like my cousin, Cody, he don't want kids. He's already his mom's boyfriend killed his son, killed his brother. So one of my auntie's son, Shane, he got killed by the guy he was dating. That's why I got tatted on my arm right here. I guess it. But that's what I got right there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like so Cody's made up his mind. He ain't having no kids, and so I'm like, if I don't have a kid, that ends the bloodline on my dad's family. And I'm like, yo, I gotta.
No pressure.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
lot
yeah.
of pressure, you know.
Damn, man.
Mm-mm.
Well, you know what? It'll happen. What's meant to
Whatever,
be, is meant
yeah,
to be.
whatever.
And that's it, man.
Worst case
Just-
is I'll adopt later down the road when I'm set up.
Hey,
You know,
man.
it's I'm a slow burn. I just finally I feel like last few years I'm mentally ready and mature enough to have a kid. Financially, I don't.
They're expensive.
You
My
do it
dreams,
when
my
you're ready,
dreams.
man.
I have these dreams. I'm trying to change lives and create generational wealth and, start businesses up that are going to improve the community. And right now I feel like that has to be on the forefront if I'm going to do this impossible dream.
Yep. You got to do what you got to,
So
you got to
it's hard.
focus on
It's
you
hard.
and Kayla.
I hear my grandma talking and people talking. I'm just like,
Oh,
I would love to be a pop. I just want to like run around the house and like play hide and seek and like, you know what I'm saying? If I have a little boy, we sitting in our underwear all day. We're about to be gaming, eating 6 bowls of cereal, staying up all night. Oh shit, it's mom. Turn off the lights. That's like I want to be a dad so bad. Like that would be so dope to be I don't care if it's a
no,
girl.
man.
I'll put dresses on. We'll do tea time. We'll play princesses. I don't boys like what you want to do. My biggest thing is I want them to know whatever they want to be. I believe in them. I don't care what society thinks. If that's who they are, I'm gonna embrace it and help them be that to the fullest. But for now, I got pound cake. So with
There
all
you
that
go.
love in my heart that I have to give to a kid, pound cake gets it, and that is why she is my doctor.
There you go.
Mhm.
And not only that, man, I don't have any kids. And the thing is, my family, though, I'm looking at it. I'm looking
Yeah.
at it. All of you, you, Caleb, Pound Cake, all of us here. I mean, this is my family, and it just
Yeah.
continues to grow, man. And it really is a blessing, brother. And, anytime that I do get to that point, like we were talking before we went on about, man, freaking tired, and all of a sudden you go live. It's like it's showtime, and hell, we're at hour 23 minutes.
Bright lights,
it's
baby, bright lights.
It's what it's all about, man. It's like Ronnie Dull, a friend of mine. When I told her about this, and she said, "Prove." When I told her how bad I wanted this, she said, "Prove it." And I've been doing my best to prove it ever since, and I want to keep proving it. Just like you, just like OGs like Kayla. Just like everybody here, everyone that's part of the show.
Mhm.
We prove it every day. Every day we make
Every
that
day.
right choice. we prove it. And I'm so proud of all of us, you know, everyone from Dylan, you know, God bless you, man, again, and everyone else, you know, that celebrates every day.
Right.
You know, every day is a
Hey,
blessing.
You got to keep on going, man. It is just
We do.
I said earlier I'm tired of running on fumes. Which is the truth. Fumes and hope, right?
Yeah.
But I know I have still so much to give. I got
Oh,
so much gas in the tank. It's crazy to think about that. Tired running on fumes and hope, but I know I got so much gas in the tank and so much to give. There's so
oh,
much I got to do, and I feel like I'm barely scratching the surface, and
oh,
I'm so hungry for more.
we got so
Like,
much, not only but between our separate schedules, but what we got going on now in the future, what we're going to be doing.
yeah.
I mean, it's just good. It's insane. It's insane. And instead of looking at it like, that's a lot, I'm looking at it like, bring it on. Challenge accepted.
Fuck
Challenge
it, bring
accepted,
it.
man. Let's do it. Let's do
Let's
it. I
go.
mean, we're going to be tearing it up, brother. But, all right, my man. Well, I tell you what, it has been an awesome show. I mean,
Let's go.
and everybody who chimed in with their comments, man, thank you guys so much for everything, for your support and your motivation. You know, sharing your anniversary, sharing your sober dates, sharing, you know, your stories, man. We love you guys.
Absolutely love you guys. Thank you so much. Before I let you go, Manny, you ever see my Ninja Turtle tattoo? I didn't get it in there. You see that?
You the man.
Oh,
Huh?
it is so dope, bro. It is so detailed. I love it. I love it.
Oh man, we got to get some ink. But that's what we'll do when we get together. We'll go get some ink.
God.
Oh, we definitely gonna get some ink.
We'll do it. We'll come up with
Kayla's
something.
even got a few tattoos now. I
We'll
love
come up
going to
with-
get some ink.
Oh, we'll come up with something for sure, brother.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me on.
Oh man, what you talking about? This is our show.
That's
You know,
right.
thank you for having me on. I love you, man.
Love you
And
too, bro.
we'll be. I'll probably hit you up tomorrow. We'll chit chat and we'll go over some other stuff that we were talking about as well. So I love you, man. And
Love you too, man.
tell Kayla and Pound Cake that we said hi. And we will be chit chatting.
Bye, you guys.
All right, man. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Well, OG, that was a great show, man. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for your comments and your posts and all of your stories and being part of this amazing family, man.
Mhm.
And don't forget to check us out next Wednesday. And please check us out at My Fight Our War as well. Every Monday, we will be doing our lives, which we, like I said, with Matt Traver, with you know, King Handsome's coming on and all of the other people who are part of this. That's how Skyler Ray we got going.
Yep.
So you guys have a great one. And as we always say, man, keep fighting the good fight.
Night now.